You have to find that energy within you to try and conserve yourself from being fatigued from yesterday's game. That if you even had a good night, a good sleep yesterday, some players tend to stay outside for long. So we are definitely going to enjoy a good Scrabble today. I think we are going to have Ben Quickpen and Etuwa Larry from Rivers this morning.
Yeah, we are all familiar with Ben. Ben played about 3 games on stream yesterday. I think the second game we witnessed some fatigue play. And the information reaching us was he entered the hall late. So I think he played the game with few minutes left. I think that must have warranted some of the suboptimal plays we experienced.
I would have expected him to do more than that because he's a fast player,
Yeah.
and he should be able to know when to play, when the moves are obvious. Except you need to find some time to think about your moves.
The players are set and they are ready to go. Ben Quickpen will go first.
Okay. Oh, blimey. Seems like we are going to have a 5 letter or 6 letter move from this track.
Okay, he had a couple of options. Blimey, 6 letter for 34 points. Or Blimey, the 5 letter. What do you think? Do you think it would try and be conservative? Let me keep a bingo prone rack, or okay, let me just go for this high point. I
Uh,
mean, those around 10.
Big Ben is actually a kind of player that mostly goes for his high score. I've played with him a couple of times, and I see him using the obvious big side on the B, M, Y at the same time. So won't be surprised to see Blimey here.
Okay, it's looking like he's going to score and keeping promising him. I mean, NE is not bad. Okay? I mean, he played big league. A big league, a sort of change that. But that's the point. That's not bad to start. Oh, we have the two blanks here. I think it's a good day for Larry. It looks it's going to be promising. I think we only saw Larry once on stream yesterday.
Larry is another player that plays very fantastic, and I won't be surprised he was not going to waste his time and go for his highest move here. I think he's having a bingo of baronies with two blanks.
Yeah, just like Barrows. Okay, maybe he has a times four. He's not even sort of considering the J in this scenario. Uh, we believe the blanks are N and S, right?
Baronets.
R and S.
Funny enough, on this board, there's no way he decides to play bingo that Quickpen is not going to reply him. He actually played C going or something to the triple. So I think we're having a bingo. It's going to be a bingo ring today. Having another bingo from Quickpen.
Oh, that is only famous in that board. Like he examine our 44 points. That's a lovely one. We see that come down really fast. Really, really fast. I mean, this is the thing I say about take your points, but keep a promising leave. I mean, you don't want to keep EY on your leave, that, like stuff like that, because they don't combine that much. Some high scoring point, like Etuwa, now we playing parallel to X in top of the X.
Every player is definitely going to think to that particular spot of the board. That's where the business is on this board. So
Yeah,
you obviously need to score like 40 to counter your opponent's bingo, because the lead is not even much. I think he's trying to be defensive here.
or it's keeping full, like keeping a reasonable lead. I mean, both players are really concerned about their racket AI in this game.
Yeah.
I think we are experiencing new strategy here. way for 42 points.
The beauty about this movie it keeps the F, and since the one of the blanks is named as S for Baroness, you have a chance. If you pick better type, you have a chance to reply with a bingo, whatever the opponent plays, and the G is also floating. So you might be lucky. Who knows? Let's see what he gets from the bank.
Book is a whole lot. I mean, 54 points. That will exchange of firecrackers so far.
That's a lovely play from Mr. Quickpen. That point is it's almost like a bingo score.
I mean,
Keeping a J
4 points.
PRS. Misra.
Is there a word like re-examiner? Miscellaneous, sorry, I need to check this.
Is there coming to you that stays that? I don't think it has a front hook. Except,
Okay, guys, there's nothing like a re-examiner. I think we only have a re-examine. Okay, you can only re-examine someone. You can't be a re-examiner. Okay, we see rain. Calm down for 19 points. Well, at this point, now we have a player with 2 years. And what were you doing, Master Mami?
it's still the early part of the game, and he has the 2 years between. The queue is yet to be seen. If it's me, I'm definitely going to go for something like Quran or Fig, FEAGUE, to open the board a little bit because I'm trailing. It's trailing by lots of points. But I think the foreign does some kind of job on the board because it restrains the F now to one side. The opponent doesn't have a bingo to the S with the triple. There's no way you're going to bingo on this board except with another place. So
Okay, we see Gerard came down for 35 points. Now, did you think Quickpen is running into trouble here?
Quickpen is the kind of player that before he makes his move, he must have seen several options. He doesn't just play fast. Based on what he kept in Ratcliffe, I'm 100% sure he's trying to create a scoring option for his next move. He has the G, he has the V, he has the R with him in the previous turn. So he's definitely creating more scoring chance for him. The opponent doesn't have anything to do there. I think we are going to see like another 30 points from him in the next move.
Let's look at the options Larry have on this phone. I mean, it's just pretty couple of things to work with, like playing Moa through the book, making Boko or Mo. At this point, it's not about survival now. We want to get a bonus at this kind of situation. I mean, in your next turn, at least if you can get one at this turn. These guys are really fast. They add 1 to 7 moves on the board.
In
In less than 10.
Yeah,
I
obviously.
mean, 7 moves on the
Obviously.
board.
I'm sure that Mr. Larry will try to keep the board open, because it's the only one bingo spot on this board for the S hook to the way for a straight 7 bingo. So I think he will try to give himself a chance. And
I think it's really amazing how top players quickly knows when they are getting into a trap, on the board.
Maybe when you're being pushed to the wall, you definitely have to find a way. If it comes, fine. If it doesn't, you just have to keep on trying. So I guess at this level, that's what we always look at.
And they usually like sense if their opponents trying to pin them down. Just a thing in wrestling, if you are being pinned down, you cannot even move. Like, okay, very opens the board.
Like setting up for his hook and also the A hook as well. That's why he made it move.
Ben is yet to commit the big for 26 points. Okay, committed already.
I think we had a little
Technical glitch there. No, I think we should shout out to Mr. Nelson behind the scene. I mean, he has been doing fantastic,
Yeah.
you know, handling the stream, the video quality, you know, the one behind why this commentary is being brought to life. So, shout out to Mr. Nelson.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
thank you for all you do.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, Mr. Wasil, obviously, if you look at this player's rack now, you see this one is having exactly the opposite of what this one has. You know, this is exactly what life gives. This one has the 4 or 5 different words. And the Quickpen,
Sometimes in my mind at this point, I'll be like, I guy, and we just down.
I mean, if that's allowed in Scrabble,
I mean-
I will definitely trade. I'll definitely trade my P and my R.
I mean, sometimes in my head, I'll be like, can we just shoot some down? I mean, I have something there, and
Why don't you just
Just
give it to
in,
me?
I know honestly, but so sad you can't do that in Scrabble. And even at some point like this, some players are really happy that they are ordering some of the vowels or consonants to their song. Oh, this is called a lot. Oh my
For a
god.
defensive player, I think I would have gone for PHT because the
OM opening.
yes, PHT down to block it and to take care of the board.
But
I
I
think
think S down
yeah, I think that's why he made this move. He went for his highest score. He took the board.
hopefully it
Yeah,
was the some vowels to complement
he's right.
to complement the rhapsody. Yeah. Okay, so we should see Saurians come down now through the S of barrenings. But at this point, I think it would be thinking, so well, Saurian takes an S, you don't want to score zero at this kind of point.
Yeah,
And you could just really play Saurian,
he has several options on this board. He has Anurias.
several options.
Yeah, he has Saurians. He has Anurias to dissuade. So I think at this point you just have to go for a high score, even if you're not even sure. Yeah, even if you're not 100% sure of the word.
Yeah. I guess right. I think the score hasn't been updated yet. We should have been on 267 points. So Larry 183 points to move. I think Zobia say why is taking his time. I play to the heads of baronies. Hope I'm not getting a zero on this point. This word is bad. Or you could just take some certain level and play through the OOM. Just put your arrow.
If you're playing a player with like Quickpen, you need to be very cautious of your move because either players they are not just fast. They tend to know that this word doesn't go with this. But at this point, they have all the advantage to me. So if it's not certain of the word that you're playing, it's definitely going to give you a time. I think he's trying. That's what Mr. Larry is trying to rationalize here. He's not just trying to make any move. He's trying to see what's going to give him.
But is it possible to put S at this way? Like you can see sway.
Yes, sway.
So probably we stay out. The board is pretty open and it's not dead.
And he's also opening it as well. I think he's contemplating of making a Saurian move to the
This is aggressive.
Yeah.
Like you're looking at your opponent in the face. What do you have to do? Now I'm playing like this. Okay, just withdraw the movement. I mean, you just look your opponent in the eyes. Yeah, what's my play? This is what you do. Oh, so it's going to this way to play Uranus. I mean, actually, you see any difference between this and I'm sorry and
I think
Liverpool?
I think he's a bit scared of what his opponent is going to give him. The score, for the in front of the S, have like straight 7 bingo there, and there are a couple of big ties outside that have not been on the board. We have only X and J here, so I think trying to be a little bit defensive.
I don't think this is defensive because honestly, you just have all the flexible tile closer to the triple lane. And the risk, if I'm rationalizing the risk between Uranians here and over there at Rome, I mean, it's just same. And possibly you could have one of the spots for yourself when you come in the next round. But it's possible your opponent utilize all the juices at Uranian at the left side of the point. Is it being held?
I
He hasn't
think
replenished his
I
star.
think the world is being challenged.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. Oh, obviously, Uranians and Sway are both good ones. So
Of course, this is plus 10. If we challenge you more than it scores, 6 plus 10 to your opponent. Okay, we see forwards come down really fast. How about you? How would you? We see odds come down really fast. Huh? For 36 points. But you didn't withdraw and you didn't put it back.
uh it's committed this move. Let's see.
Committed for 36.
Yeah.
But it keeps the tempo going and the pressure is now on Larry. Now, what he needs to do to get back to this game. There are no blanks I'm saying, just two S's. It's a couple of highs. I mean, do you think this high will be troublesome going towards the end game? We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have about 5. Yes, so
I think the game is going to come at a very, very good level because the distributions of the eyes have really, really been fantastic in this game. I don't think anyone has had two eyes in the same rack.
now they've been actually
They
drawing
should be, they
well.
should be, they should watch out for that because we have like 5 or 6 eyes looking outside. So
Even at some point, we felt maybe Ben was running into or walking himself into a problem. This time he played big,
yeah,
paced,
yeah,
without Barrows.
yeah.
It's well, it has actually been fine. But just Larry, he has some points sort of build up.
I think
So I
Larry will
think the
definitely
plus
be.
10 of Larry hasn't been committed yet. Larry should be on 264.
Do you think maybe he was ahead at a point and maybe you just allow the opponent since he has seen several options for him to have played? Maybe I could definitely think that was what happened.
Okay,
On the
we know from our technical crew if Iranians was challenged actually. Maybe it was just
I think at this level they won't just give a 10 for this word. Exactly.
honestly,
So
I don't expect words like this to be challenged. So I don't expect. It's Larry's turn, and what I could see for him here is huge for 30 points. Through weary. But he will keep ENT. ENT is not bad. And the airs of barony was
very open.
do you think it has a prospect on this board?
Actually, though, we have a couple of bingo friendly guys looking outside. We have the three house outside. We have from Larry's perspective, we have like 3, 4 E's as well. So these are kind of ties that will, give you a juicy score on the board. So I think obviously that Larry is definitely going to see his FEUD because it kind of opens the board a little bit. Except he's scared of the Z because the AD is going to open the Z hook for ADZ.
Oh yeah, in opening might be like, oh, why will you play? You are telling me you have this deal.
Yeah, something for Quickpen to just
to worry
yeah,
about.
exactly.
They just give the opponent something to worry about and be like, okay. But if I'm brain, I'll be like, well, there's this Z there, there's this S down barony. I mean, how many things do I want to look after? I think you just mind your business at this point. Larry is really taking his time. And Larry might be thinking, oh God, if I play this field, I hope he doesn't have this zeal to,
Exactly.
A lot. But I think we have some, some conceptions, or how do I put some criteria, like at this stage, maybe some textbook or practice, like you just mind your business. I mean, if there are two hotspots you cannot control, you just leave them. Wait, is keeping you for work for who? The key?
I obviously think he's keeping the U for the Q.
Oh,
Just hope he doesn't pick the last U as well out of this draft because that's going to be a disaster.
okay. The only reason he would play Fane here is he is planning for the unseen field. At this point, I mean, like over 34,000, but do you think it's still necessary?
Uh, I think I won't worry myself that much because we have U that is quite open on this board, U of the Oranians, and we have another one in the back. That's if it's not with the opponent. So I think I'll just go for FEUD, balance my hand, and just pray I get the bingo ties and be able to reply. Even if I pick the U, the Q, I'll be able to score with the U.
I think decisions like this, I mean, they tend to help you sort of lose the game earlier on than you could do. I mean, there are 34 unseen tiles to you, and you started planning for one of them. I mean, what are the chances you would draw that one?
Most
I mean,
most people tend to think that whenever you drop the U, most times the Q comes immediately after you drop the U. I've seen no players complaining about that.
I think okay, they've attributed a lot of
Yeah,
success to.
yeah. So I think it's actually what happened to Mr. Larry today. He told himself, "No, I'm going to keep this U. Let me not drop the U, and I'll pick the Q, and I'll start asking myself some questions." So
All right, guys, we on stream feels it is too early to start making that kind of plan. I mean, this game is still young. I mean, well, let's say middle aged
yeah,
because they played 66 down already. All is with them. Now, you have an S. You have an S angling on the ball. I mean, for me personally, I'm concerned. Although I may be unfazed and still be playing my optimal move. But back in my mind, I would be like, well, there's a dangling lifeline here for my opponent. And, you can sort of decide the game here. And
yeah,
if we have surveillance to the S, well, I think that would be of Ben's benefits.
yeah,
It would be of
exactly.
Ben's benefits. Okay, thank you for taking out this point. At least I now have to just take care of the home and plug the right top of the board. And the game is really much alive.
Sure.
And what could Ben be thinking of?
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
we said
think
it earlier. He's worried about his sleep.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely what you want to see.
I mean, you're playing in the masters category. You don't just make moves like this. I mean, you have to deal with you. What do you think Ben should do here?
I think Ben is trying to see if he has a 5 letter overlap across the FEND to see if he can just try and make 5 letter, valid 5 letter there to stop the A to Z. I think that should worry him in this game. That should be his worry, not necessarily the Q or a bingo. This board. Right?
He's still yet to make any move.
I mean, Quickpen is a fast player. So what do you think? What do you think he's trying to use this time for?
Yeah, Ben is the human being also. And we all have flavor, make blood run into it. So, you don't just make moves like fame and you just want me to look that. Certainly, I would be concerned. And I don't think there's much you can do to that aspect. Or do you think it could sort of go through that side? Or maybe you just move on, you're trying to balance your hand. Maybe you play out the V or the O or the high. There's a couple of highs. So you want to get rid of the high this time and hope you come down and bonus through the S of barrels.
This decision is very, very difficult, because he doesn't
More
have.
than survivor. I mean, it's actually survival skill. You should know how to navigate. This is, I mean, it's live decision now.
I won't be surprised getting to see back from Quickpen to block the straight seven because he doesn't have any business to do.
Okay, this is technical village. Let's wait while our stream comes back. Yeah, our stream is back.
Exactly what I had in mind for him to play. You know, his
Hey, is this ABOS or
AROS.
AAROS?
The new word.
So yeah, the new word that came in the 2024 initiation kits. Yeah, you see, he's really concerned about his way. You know,
Yeah.
okay, he's actually saying, okay, I would play arrows here for 30. So I know you have this Z. So possibly you cannot bonus through the Z, down here. This is funny. Hey, we have the first funny of the day. Well, we have to be committed. This is just one thing.
Yeah, I think he's trying. He's missing it up.
But why we expose your child like this? You allow your opponents. It's been challenged. So I mean, you said to me here early in the morning, you playing. Soon. I mean, this will be challenged so easily, easily, easily.
Quickpen is posting home with this
This is a very, very easy
this
challenge.
pony because it's taking it off the board.
I sort of said it earlier. It's too early to make that kind of planning. I mean, you're planning for 1 hour out of 34 and saying to you, probably you are disturbing some rhythm,
Yeah,
you are
exactly.
disturbing some rhythm, your gameplay. Now, your opponent now knows what you have and you capitalize on it. You see Civic from
That's
down
one of his best moves on this board.
strategically. Civic from 22 points. Now, the board is being decided. But the S is still there. For Ben, I'm less concerned. My opponent has a very poor I think Larry is still in this game somehow. Maybe he could still salvage some points and make some planning.
Kind of open the board a little bit, something like little LITU, 15 points. I think 15 is actually it's okay.
Even with little as it sounds, there is only little for him to gain from late. Okay, I think the best thing to do is to play TIT here at the left side of the board, and the middle left side of the board, and keep some life to the game. Now, do you think Ben still be concerned about the S on the board? This is really promising.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just 1 or 2 turns. He should have a bonus of him on again.
I don't think he should be worried about bingo at this point. I think he just needs to do some job on this board, try to score because he's living with 52 points. So I obviously don't know. Probably he might be able to cite his Boko, BOKO, and MOHR. That should be his best move here. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of nerves control. Like, this game is all about controlling nerves and not be tempted by playing suboptimally because you are really being conservative. You don't win games that way. They in turn come back to haunt you while your opponent is playing courageously.
I yet to see a move from Mr. Quickpen. I think he's really taking his time to make a decision. Do you really think he's not looking at this as this Baron is as sports? Because he should be worried about that, right?
At this point, it should be worried because a lot of points through the triple, in relation to hooking S with arts or coming down through the left side of the board. But down the triple, you are like thinking of something like it's something plus ish.
Oh, I think we're having the defensive play from there. He opted for
I think this is
RHOS
just
for 6 points.
this is just oversight on his own. Same towel for more point. Same towel for more point. This is Iloin, if I'm right. Okay. Larry has a 7 letter, which does not play on this board. I mean, it's played in like about 2 minutes ago. The X was just there. The X was just there.
Waiting to be played.
Waiting to be played. And I mean, it's sort of disappointed that I guy,
Of all places, why will you go here? Something like that.
Like, guy, we've left this X on this board for over 8 moves now. And why is it just this time that I needed the most? I needed it the most. Hey. But MOHR, or
That's a fantastic move, and it was. Don't actually forget that we are yet to see the C and the Q this board. So
yeah, do you think Ben would be like, oh, so you're just bluffing with Spain? You didn't actually have
yeah, something like that.
Why? So you're just bluffing?
Because immediately after that move, his opponent shall play the phone in.
Yeah,
so I think Ben is getting lucky with this game.
I mean, he's playing really fantastically well. He's held his nerves and stick to the strategy.
Ben has a bingo waiting for his opponent to commit his move.
What do you think Larry should do here? I can see some 14 points for him, like playing ULE on top of average or
I obviously
think some promising.
I obviously think Larry should try and open the board a bit because this board is only open to one side. Why don't you try and play eloquence to the E of the foreign? Score 21 points. That does a lot of job. C is floating directly to the triple. And who knows, you might get lucky to have a good draw in the next turn and play a bingo. I think I would definitely go for eloquence.
With all said and done, it's really still in this game. He's behind less than 50 points and it's to move now. Just create one opening for yourself here. I mean, create another opening and don't be trapped. You don't want to be trapped.
Exactly.
Honestly, you don't want to be trapped. While we await Larry's move, I think it's time here. Maybe he would be thinking of should I stay in this board or trying to play another move that would open him. And I think he's just doing that now. It feels in guys.
I think he's still a bit worried. Yeah, I think he's still a little bit worried about the Q. Keeping his
I mean,
He should be
I really
a good fan of the letter Q.
thinking,
Yeah.
I really was rational behind and that. So.
Do you think Ben Quickpen is definitely going to see his bingo on his board?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I saw is in a sort of maze upswing yesterday, and I believe we should get up dries. And you know, if we get up dries, means the game today. So I mean, I would just want to say maybe on stream they don't want to play any up. Maybe they just want to have very up bingo. And we see the dynamics has changed a lot now. You know, yesterday we had players starting second. You know, by our rights, throwing fine and winning the game.
Fantastic, yeah.
Fantastic candidate. So, yeah, bench should play uprise. So I can get out of the notion I'm about to say.
Oh, yes, here is a miss from him.
Do you think this is suboptimal play
Ah,
or just a bit misconcentration?
I
I mean,
think
this is how
I think he was able to spot the two anagram, which is the Portia and the syrup, but Dries was
maybe just
hiding.
to get to.
This might hurt him in this game because
You need to spread matter.
yeah,
This game is still
very open. No, LUZ is devastating. That's a lot of score, and speaking is not fantastic.
I mean, at that point, I would first be looking at words ending with S. You know,
Sure,
the word
definitely.
ending with S or the word ending with E. You know, stuff like that. And you know, hopefully something just strikes through. You know, Kim Simmons then.
Larry has been holding on to this queue. I just hope he gets blessed with the queue that is.
He is a committed customer.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the kind of customer you need for your business. Loyalty, no matter the situation, stay loyal to your brand.
I've kept you for like 4 or 5 consecutive times.
I like keeping you from friends. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like for like 5 times now. He has and he got it. Got it came. Okay, so we see Lizen come down here. Lizen for 47. Okay, if I'm reaching us now that Uranius wasn't challenged, so maybe they actually paused for some time to confirm score. So the scores are actually correct 388 to 377.
Oh, wow. Should have played the losing or LBC for the fact that he's picking all the tiles in the bag after the losing, or should he have played losing and keep one tile in the bag?
I'm not a fan of this losing actually because I'm not one kind of player that draws out unless I am actually hustling for some tiles.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the one empty in the bag. And LUZ is fine. I mean, you just sort of sacrifice some point. I mean, some additional point. What's the difference? 6 points.
Yeah.
Sacrifice 6 points to stay. But then, if someone use the issue that time, do you think maybe would have avoided picking the kill? Because if the kid gets to Ben's round, he has a lot of prospects. I think at the route Ben has, just imagine you have the queue with this route. It's a lot of use.
Yeah, I get it.
A lot of use. Okay, let's look at the option for Ben here. I'm not sure Ben knows he just missed the Ben just. I'm not sure he
I
knows.
think Ben should be worried about where the queue is going to drop, but he's leading with 11 points, and
He has
the
the
opponent's best move is 11 for the queue. So I honestly think he should plan a 2-move finish. just wrap the game up and go for the next round.
Yeah, we'll see some textbook finish in game. Just too much finish and you're going like going off and okay. What we suggesting he plays first. Z-A-S first. I'm trying to simulate the sequences. Yeah.
I think if he goes for Zal's players, he can finish the game with Raid, Ureide, because the opponent definitely don't have a move to play there.
Maybe that's caused a lot of points.
Yeah, that's like 14 points.
This guy played so hard. I mean, Zars and maybe Larry blocks the outplay of Urage with GIOT.
Then the queue is definitely going to be stopped.
The thing with this stuff, I'm trying to simulate going on. Okay, let's say assume Larry plays GIOT, then you play UT. You play UT when you here to block the queue. You play UT here.
I think you're definitely going to see ZAIROE from Quickpen. He's yet to commit his move. Oh, he just committed the move. ZAIROE for 28 points. I mean, the Q can definitely drop on the board, so you shouldn't be worried about where to go. It's been a fantastic gameplay from both players. Just a couple of errors.
He's on his rug. He's doing his opponent. Well, did oh my god, Larry played Queen. Larry played Queen for how many points? Okay, Queen for 14 points, and this is saved from the. I think this is perfect from Brace, and he has played really fantastic and clinical in this point. Challenged his opponents in on words, and he himself has played really well. Apart from up drive, I mean, I think at that point in game, maybe he was just actually concerned about taking care of business and he's actually not looking towards, inflicting more injuries on his opponents. No, I can see the players are talking. They might be going through the game, like talking about defend more or the rules. I can see smile on Ben phone. Yeah, if you have Ben right now, you would really be smiling because yeah, to just go back from. I mean, he just won a game, start the day, and he should be leading the pack now. He should be leading the pack here with 8 wins. Let me check the standings. Yeah, the game has ended, and we can see the gentleman trying to lock the board. I see the board being locked, and you know the board being prepared for the next player. It's not really easy. Like you are just at the end of some bullet and you just sort of calm yourself down, prepare the board for your next opponent. I think it's real good. Now we just finished the round 10 for the Masters category at the 22nd National Festival holding at Ogun State, Nigeria, where we have the national current African National Championship playing Duko Temileyin. I think he's really not being allowed to like have his way in the one. People are really focused on business here, and we hope to see him on screen today. And for that, he has to find his way up and find his way up to the top table. Actually, we would begin around 11 shortly, while the players will arrange. Oh, I will still haven't burned again. Okay. Ben and uh Ben and who is this other player? We have Ben Quickpen again from Bios. I think at this point we should make Ben the face of our screen for this festival. He has been the most frequent. Now he is playing Apata Bamidele from Ekiti State. Um, he's playing Apata Bamidele from Ekiti State, and this is the first time we would be having Apata on stream. Welcome back. The players that won and we fell the game, then people to go first here also. The first player is Ben Quickpen, and the second is Aflata Bamidele. Okay, we have the names changed already. The score would also be adjusted very soon. Is that know how? Yeah, we say know how on the board.
This apart Abamidele is good player. I've played him. Like, I think I've met him once.
I think
Very
he's
solid
I think
player.
he's really experienced also.
Yeah, yeah. He's one of those players that you won't see them in tournaments, but they're always there.
They
When
don't
they
come
want,
to
yeah,
tournament of
exactly.
fun. Yeah, I
So
understand.
we're going to have a fantastic game play from both players today.
Okay, he has an interesting six-letter here for 39 points. I think this word is common, being common in the Scrabble segment. Wasabi, WASABI, listen know-how. I mean, go and list like 4,000 for some kind of point. I mean, I've seen top players, they really love moves like this.
Actually, it's a good move, but for your opponents to play, how for 30 points to start, you obviously need to know that you're in trouble. You need to score.
Yeah,
You
you
need to
need to
balance the
score,
others.
honestly, because
I think he'll be deliberating on playing either YWAI or WAM WAB.
would you play Wasabi to start there?
That's a tough question. Yeah, it's tough decision for me to make. How would I just play five
Actually,
cards? I really don't know. I really don't know.
I mean, to me, it's personal. So I'm not letting go of that is for whatever reason on that point. I could play Y, but being A high. I don't know if that is weak or I don't know. But then I'm keeping the B and not so high. Yeah, yeah, so being A high. Yeah, that's my concern. Right, you with the too high and be looking towards the future again.
I would have been perfect. WAI would have been perfect.
Let's see the options for Ben. What do Ben have here? Ben has the 39 points as well. I think he will find this. Or fine. Listen perfectly 5 over 5.
Ben is the kind of player that he likes to hold on to his chances. I think you will be seeing BOP from him.
I think we're having a fine here. Or fine. We are having a fine. Fine or fine. But if he does fine, sort of means maybe he doesn't want to keep an easy lane bingo, keeping hand hold them. But it's not pain. For me, please tell me, he's being defensive here.
If he actually wants to be defensive, he would have just gone for BOP across BAH, OWO. I think that would have been fine. That would have been
I
fine.
mean, what's the rationale behind pain?
I think he's trying to keep
just
the board.
purely depends.
Yeah, he's trying to keep the
Pure.
board in a way that it only heads that you can hook to score or to play bingo, and he doesn't have it. So
Is it out down? I don't know if stars do.
oh, we are
That
seeing
is
the new
great.
word. We are seeing the new word from Bamidele. It seems someone has been working on that new words. I've seen waifu. The word has just been added to the dictionary.
New addition that came with the 2024 update.
That's a lot of scores.
And I think the suboptimal play of pain brought about is the play of Wi-Fi.
Sure.
Because actually, I feel Akpata should really struggle with the space suboptimal play. I don't know if Scrabble takes there, for me. Now, really fast play. Hey, keeping G-Hole here. I mean, playing G-Hole from 29 points. That's the highest point on that one.
He's obviously trying to narrow his opponent's scoring points in the board. He's still trying to keep the board close a little bit. You only have to open the board with your S. So he's fine. He's fine with his lead. He's leading with 31 points. So I think that's what he's trying to do.
So I'm not in the players that actually, but if it's what we are thinking that is happening, yeah, that tends to, think this kind of way earlier in the game tends to lose the game. At some point, the game just blew out of their control. Now we see ZINS come down for 42 points. How do we control this?
Uh this is a lovely move, but I really think it's actually not a good move because it gives birth to some scores under the Z.
What is this?
Up,
Code or what?
Upcode.
Wow, this is not a word.
He's looking this. Well, obviously at this level, I think he won't try to. I think he won't try to play something that he's not.
Wow, he's trying. He's not even being held. Our code is not a word. This isn't funny.
Mixing it up with the OPCODE.
And I'm amazed we are having of code on stream, not being challenged.
That's exactly what gave birth to this move. If Mr. Apata played with ZINS on top of WOP, that would have been a bit defensive because he had the other S to hook it later on board. The Z won't fetch his opponent more scores. That would have I would have preferred ZINS.
Patrick at this point. I mean, it's just bright early in the day. And the weather is very fine.
It's the top level Scrabble, so you obviously need to be a bit scared and be a bit anxious. I guess that's what's showing on Quickpen's game today. This second game today that he played.
I mean, I would have all been happy if he does up rise at the previous round.
Yeah.
Now the up word we are seeing here is now a non-word.
You said it that you will even be seeing upwards on the board. So
Honestly,
I guess he just wanted to play this for you. And he just did.
what are the options for Qatar here?
Ah,
I mean, Papi suggesting you keep VPS. When you play first, but get into points.
these players are playing very fast.
Beds for 25 points. That's JB, right? Gap for 30 points.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gab played for 30 points. I mean, that's something, not of score.
Ah,
Um, I think, but I mean, this is the first time I will be seeing in the master tournament. But I came into the Scrabble thing. I mean, just roughly 5 years, and this is the first. Although I don't come out and play tournament like that.
you are also trying to be reading inside. That's what you are playing like him as well. He doesn't come out that frequent, but he's a good player.
So now, because I mean, a lot of master players only work good for you, as in no matter what.
You can see that they are playing top level Scrabble. He's been making excellent moves.
Honestly,
So,
he's playing perfectly,
so
perfectly.
I won't be surprised. We're going to definitely enjoy this game today.
Ben is the kind of player that if you are able to take away from his reading, then maybe you would have a chance.
Yeah,
Maybe,
exactly.
maybe you would have a chance.
For you to do that is really not easy.
Yeah,
Because
it's not just that easy.
he will always try to make you play to his own rhythm.
Yeah,
He
so
doesn't
it's
get
not
it.
reading because it's even starting the game. That even makes it worse for any opponent sitting in front of him. Now, I don't think Apata will really be concerned. I mean, I should be getting a bonus with this block. Do I need to wait 2, 3 turns again before after this?
I think you have to be a little bit patient. You know, you have to just keep on believing that the bingo is definitely going to come.
I think it's really calm and it's just new fine. He's been executing his plan. If he has any plan to play into his game,
Yeah.
he's been working fine. Now he just needs to know he can for one more time and he would get his wins. Do you think he should leave the V and Y in his chat? Maybe one of them.
Obviously his move to balance his hand is to play IVY, but I don't think he would love to play that kind of move.
Through a E of equal line, right?
Yeah, but I think he's going for the move, and that might haunt him in this board because Quickpen is
Apart
is a
from
fantastic
apart from the
player.
YE, he's not giving anything that much back.
That is street seven at the top.
It's
Yeah,
it's
and
way
Quickpen
too-
had the bingo, so if he's able to, he spotted the bingo. Let's see if he's definitely going to play his bingo. For this level, Quickpen shouldn't doubt his skills because you have to play it.
a blessing.
Oh, quick! That's he didn't.
This is a blessing.
Oh.
Big Pen has been dashing away all of this. This is 104 point and 101 point. This is huge. This is an order suboptimal
That's 6
field.
points.
I mean, you have 104 points. I mean, I'm not sure it's sort of rough the downs. Like, there could be something in it. And I think this is what differentiates grandmasters from masters. I mean, you need some form of.
I wouldn't doubt. He's just a fantastic player himself. He just happens to. He actually arranged the world himself, but probably he wasn't able to remember if it just takes an X hook or just S hook. So it happens sometimes. Whenever you find yourself in that scenario, you just try to take some time and write it down. you read with alphagrams, you should understand what I'm trying to say. Oh, are we seeing a bingo and a no house from Ben
Okay,
Quickpen?
I think Akpata played Pierre.
Yeah.
Play for balance.
I think we're definitely going to see a challenge from him. But,
That's release.
no how shouldn't no how there's no how to take an edge. So
Hey, let me
he should give him the 10.
is he challenging this word? This word is
Oh
not
my
being
god.
challenged. This is really a disaster.
Oh my
This
god.
is disaster from this boy.
This is a free gift for Mr.
I mean, from Hopgood, I mean, you got away with Hopgood, and you are getting away with no house again. You think opportunity like this comes up when you start winning?
It doesn't actually come all the time. It comes when you have the flow.
I mean, I haven't had this luxury. I mean, sometimes I make mistake on the board. My opponent gets to see them instantly, and I get punished. I mean,
Trust me, at this level, when things happen like this, just believe that it's your day. So I think this is going to be Quickpen's day. Sorry to say this. This is definitely going to be Quickpen's day. Yeah, I mean, the previous game, it wasn't his game as well. It was just
yeah,
and this as well. So when things happen
his
like that,
opponent has not been efficient against him. Larry made a couple of errors, and now Apata has been so gentle. I mean, it's not even
so generous to give
too
him something.
gentle, and it's just really so gentle, like wow, wow, wow. Now Apata has a couple of bonus.
I think he's actually respecting his opponents. He's respecting Quickpen, He's a,
Why you expect? He's a master player.
yeah, he is. He was finishing the World Scrabble Championship top 10, if I'm not mistaken. He's a good player over the years. So I think Apata will be like, I'm getting the privilege to play someone like this.
Honestly, like I'm playing grandmaster.
Yeah.
I'm not challenging anybody to play.
Obviously, that's what's happening today. Let's see if Apata has a couple of choices.
Yeah, he has where this is simple practice sports. I mean, you have to overlap 5,000 from the release. But I think it may be not that hard. The players in the generation now overlap 7 over 7. A lot of some lot of deep thinking, some deep vision from the board. And here you need to spot the word first and tell your mind and look through the release.
Yeah.
You actually, when you like sort of say this kind of bonus, you won't even look through release. Like, I not just fix it. It may just fix them. And other option is maybe require to the R of release.
I think he would like to keep the board open. If he's able to spot his bingo, he should try and play straight 7 to just keep the board open. You know what I'm saying? Like either the Aquaria or
event.
Yeah.
It would put it through the event. I think the concern here is him spotting a word. I mean, just any word. And it's just only one doubt that works with Dara. Only Q out of the 26 alphabets. I mean, how often do you make a blank Q in Scrabble?
Especially when you have the U, you have to think about the Q. Yeah, so that's exactly what you should be thinking about now.
At this point, as a top player, everything aligns REU. I mean, that you just have to put Q in that mix. You have EU, RI. Q has to be in that mix, regardless.
Taking his time to think about his move.
You just have to put Q in that mix and it's a quick pain, sort of calm, like, okay, I'm expecting you to do something. You just do something here. And I mean, at some point, Scrabble is not like really easy. If I'm able to even spot one bingo, I normally thank God.
You get lazy to spot one. That's exactly what Quickpen is definitely going through. I think Quickpen will be like, this guy's not blocking my bingo. He blocked one though, but I have to look within my rack.
Honestly, I'll be like, good. Thank God I even saw this one. Thank God I even saw this one. Okay, we see requirer come down for 59 points.
I think you are having a challenge. Yeah.
What's the blank? Okay, the blank is a queen. Okay, so the blessing. I call challenges like this a blessing. I mean, thank you. I say thank you in my mind to my opponent.
Though it's funny how your opponent, the person that's been playing you some moves, yeah, you're not giving the 10, but
When it comes to
this
your
only
turn, it's
time
not
that you're playing a
challenging. I mean,
bingo,
can't you just
you're
take
getting it.
this
That
energy
that
of
should
your
be a
turn?
lesson to Mr. Bamidele. After the game, maybe you just sit down and think about some moves. They definitely, Quickpen is definitely going to spot the bingo. The die-hard fan of whatever club is. So,
I mean, it could have been making mistake, but then when it comes to
ah,
the I mean, people is just, I mean, he's playing this game with less energy. I mean, maybe when you say Djokovic is playing some, lower ranked tennis players, and
yeah,
it's just like you just sort of play with low energy, you need to conserve energy for
the big guys.
big guys, So you might not see your
I
fancy
agree with you.
big
I
guys.
actually agree with you.
You may not see
Because
those
on a good day,
fancy,
you should see dihedra or diehard
honestly,
easily. So,
honestly, easily. So what I believe here is he is doing playing this game with a minimum energy. Maybe he's keeping energy for Dr.
the likes of
Tadelaye,
Timile,
Rex or
Doku,
Baka, So some it's in the mix.
yeah.
So we see that come down for 33 points. Let's see the options Apata have on this turn.
Scrabble
One,
is really a funny game because I actually believe we are going to see a good play from Mr. Apata because the one time I played him, I really enjoyed the game. Played in Akure, and he's a fantastic player. He gave me a tough time. So I was thinking he's going to repeat that today.
I
Obviously,
in just mean it's not obvious. Joe, through the JV. Like, can you see that? I mean, you could keep your ears for some promising turns. And you don't really have to gun that. I mean, I need to use gun in this scenario. But the J could have scored more extra points without you making use of the S. JV, making JOL.
that's the S. Suboptimal play from Mr. Apata. Quickpen is trying to keep the board wide open. He has the IN on blank. I think that's
And
why,
yeah,
yes, I
but
think he's
it's,
trying to give himself more chance to be able to bingo in his next turn.
can you see MY,
MM.
okay, MM really come down. Maybe to sort of block the open line. We still have G out. Okay, one more G. Right? Ben is really stressing this match.
Yeah, he has the last blank and
Honestly,
the has a finish. So
honestly, okay, you sort of blocked one of my openings. Can you block this? I mean, your opponent has won. I mean, this game is close. Can you see? 376, 331. This game isn't just one yet, and Akpata is still really in this game. See Gentry come down the you see Gently come down quickly for 24 points, and it was end by 21 points. Okay, I hope we are seeing a bonus on the storage. Okay, the blank is on this. Awesome. 82 points.
This is another fast game from both players.
Yeah, really fun. Now saying that time that Ben is playing with minimal energy. I mean, he barely used 6 minutes out of the 25 minutes he has for his game. Or do you think he's really playing fast to catch his breakfast?
I'm sure he
If
must
he
have had
loses
something.
game,
Someone have
really
stayed
finish
it.
this
He
game
doesn't,
by
he doesn't delay his breakfast. He eats at the right time.
and
So,
his opponent is making the game easy for him.
yeah, when games like this happen to come, you just take it away and play
I
and move
mean,
and just
you enjoy. I mean, it's not every time you enjoy luxury or having to sit back and make it involved. Most of the time, you need to be on your toes, but you're sitting on your spine.
it's quite annoying to have a bingo on your last draw and it's a non-goal. You used to
No,
say yourself
not
that what
working.
kind of game is this one?
I mean, it's not
I'm
working.
finally having a bingo and it's not entering any of the board.
It's not working. It's not working. Now it's just all about finishing the game now. Let's wrap it up from here.
If you are really watching this game, you just have to know that there are some words that you shouldn't play whenever you are playing. We have upcode, no house, and the pinae. It happens to be played by the same player.
Yes.
So
And I think
I think it made a lot of difference in this game.
we need to pardon them because if this word had actually been challenged or maybe a quarter had a chance in this game. Maybe a quarter now really had a chance in this game. Packing your
We are seeing treats from Mr. Butter. This point, you just want to finish the game. Let the
it's
game
about
just
finishing
wrap
the
up.
game now. Trades for 25 points. What Ben play? KO. Wow, it's just scoring in this game. KO for 34 points. I mean, should I say this game is fantastic? No, 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 no. I really can't say the players are fatigued. Looking back at the game, they started really well. Just middle of the game. This looks like an easy win for Ben. I mean,
It is, it is. I
he
said
didn't,
when games like this come, you
he
have
didn't
to just
even have to stress himself.
opening. It's like it's these days for me because this game was definitely given to them. That's sorry for using that word. What I mean by that is he has the chance. Mr. Potter has the chance to like take away the upload from the board. When your opponent just play a word, you don't even we've not seen it from anywhere. You just give yourself
And
that
what's
chance.
upcoded,
Upload down code.
upcoding. I mean,
I think it's a bit mixed up for him, the OP, CODE, and this. It happens sometimes.
okay,
That's a great
I
game
hope
to
both
watch and
players look back there and
learn
see
from their mistakes.
how poorly this game was went.
Definitely, only one person enjoyed the game, and it was Quickpen. So we're watching out to see the game we have to comment on.
Yeah, we're having a bright weather now. Spain. It's not that hot now. Of course, we are playing indoor.
Yeah.
We sort of have this big glass frame, and we can actually see the sports complex. Oh, we should actually talk about the venue. We are playing at Remo Star Stadium.
It's a beautiful space. The serenity